they're looking out for us and all of that bullshit. All that bullshit.
Scholars!
What up? We back, baby. We here. Here for another installment. You feel me? Classes in session. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Me and Dante both had some long ass
That's the
days.
one. That's the one, son.
We had some long ass days there.
Oh.
So I'm not even gonna ask you how your day was because we're gonna act like we good.
Me tired.
And
Me tired.
Come on, banging on the goddamn furnace.
Let's just put it this way. I'm happy that the weekend is upon us. Super Bowl weekend. Well, I mean, maybe we can get into that.
Listen, let's go, Sam. Win it for the Jets.
I mean, my takes have been bad these past couple ones. So
That was close.
You were, but close just means you were the first to lose. That's all it really means.
The last to lose, damn it. If y'all don't remember, I had originally picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
He was almost there.
I got Buffalo should have won that game against the fucking Denver.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Allen. Then they wanted to pacify
He just
his
can't,
ass.
yo.
What
He
the
just
fuck?
can't.
Like everybody's like, oh, it wasn't his fault. Yes, the fuck it was. We fumbled 3 times.
Yeah,
Threw 3 picks.
something like it was something insane, and
Like-
it was no snow, right? I mean,
No. When they played in Denver, it was clear weather.
I think it was clear weather, just cold.
Now, which had to make it worse when Bo Nix ended up getting hurt.
Dog.
So now there was that easy, because I could say this, and it's gonna come off as hating because I fucking hate the Patriots. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that ever. Fuck New England. Fuck the ghost of Tom Brady. I've never seen a team have such an easier path to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Drake May has done absolutely nothing.
he's done just enough.
No.
After the defense has done what they're supposed to do.
Sure.
Did you watch that Texans game?
Yeah.
He did they won by 3. He did just
Yo.
enough. And the score was what? 9-3 or so. It was some low ass, but that weather was horrible.
Yeah.
So that's a little
No,
different.
but the Texans don't get that excuse.
No, I don't give it to him.
CJ played bad.
You know why I don't give it to him? Because yes, the snow was bad, but
Yeah.
the snow got bad fourth quarter. The other 3 quarters,
CJ.
it's on you. I ain't got nothing to say about that. That fourth quarter, I'll give you. It was crazy.
Now with Denver,
Mm-hmm.
they lost even with the snow getting bad like it did in Denver as well. Sean Payton gotta go, bro. He gotta retire.
Listen,
I
I won't speak ill of Sean. He got me my ring, so I won't say nothing
Dante,
bad
I'll
about
say
him,
this to you.
know what I'm saying?
I say this to you. You can't have a good of offense that the Saints have for as long as they did and only win 1 Super Bowl with them.
That's correct. But we won't talk about, that's getting into my picks. There's 2 teams that the reason why we don't have at least 3 rings, and I'm pissed about it. Minnesota and Seattle. The 2 of them there, well, Minnesota's worse.
San Francisco.
No, I'll say San Fran too, because that San Fran game, don't get me started on that pass interference. I'm livid about that. The Minnesota Miracle bullshit, dog. I still can't sleep. Watching that shit live, son, it was one of those like, no, somebody's gonna get him. Somebody's gonna get him. Nobody's gonna get him. That shit was heartbreaking. And then don't get me started on Marshawn. I will never be able to forgive. I will never be able to forgive that shit. Son.
I get that, man, but outside of that,
He should have honestly paid Sean that team.
Drew Brees threw for 70,000 yards.
Correct. There's no way that they shouldn't have at least 2.
2.
At bare minimum, we should have 2.
And understand that even with those crazy ass plays that you just described, most of it came down because those games shouldn't have been close because Sean Payton does not know how to call plays correctly in the playoffs.
And then we got that whole bounty scandal. So, we had them now having a defensive coordinator for a little bit. And shit just went off the rails after
I feel like
that.
the year y'all won, y'all got away with it because that was like Drew Brees' I'm here moment.
Oh, he was prime. That's prime Drew.
Yeah. Now, everyone knows in the NFL, once the NFL figures you out, you got to
switch it up a
You gotta
little bit.
switch it up. And Sean Payton is going to do what he's going to do. I don't think if anybody watches that Denver game when they lost to the Patriots, watch what the fuck he did. And it pissed me off. It was clear at the beginning of that game, Patriots offense wasn't going to do shit. Even before it started snowing. Denver's defense is real.
Correct. I agree.
Denver's defense is real.
I agree.
If I'm a defender on Denver, I'm Fuck Sean Payton.
I did my job.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling.
So Denver's defense is real.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody at this point know Jarrett Stidham, backup quarterback. He's in there playing. He throws that first touchdown pass off that bootleg.
Yeah.
I watched Sean Payton's eyes go, oh, we got him. They put the camera back on him. You know, he proceeded to run that same dumbass play like 8 more times.
And you know what's crazy? I had the opposite thought. I was watching the first couple plays and it was like, oh, he's Stidham. He's scared. He's scared. When he threw that bomb, I said, I promise you, that's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
And it damn sure didn't. Because it's exactly what you said. Once teams figure you out, don't get me wrong. If you're in the NFL, there's a reason. Mm-hmm. You're probably better than most backyard quarterbacks. You're probably better than some people who won Heismans. And I won't disagree with that. But then there's some players where it's like, nah, you're very one, maybe two-dimensional. And if we can figure you out,
you're a backup.
I get why you don't start. Yeah. That first play was cute. Because that first drive, don't get me wrong, I watched it. I was like, oh, okay, he hooping. If he does I personally didn't think he was going to do it again. I was like, if he does this for another drive, this is going to be a game.
He could have.
He could have.
So,
but to your point,
two mistakes.
And talk about one-dimensional versus two-dimensional. Sean Payton, his offense is very one-dimensional. And he doesn't align himself with offensive coordinators who can kind of be like, nah, bro, let's do this instead.
And then soon as shit go wrong, like he did, the coordinator who's in charge becomes the scapegoat.
Correct.
Because now that's why end up firing the offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. You don't make it to the AFC Championship game and say, "Hey, I'm gonna fire the offensive coordinator."
That doesn't
Especially
make sense.
after the game that they had against Buffalo. You don't fucking do that. So Sean Payton got to go because I don't ever see him winning another ring.
Okay.
So, but here we are, fucking booty ass Patriots back in the Super Bowl. I pulled my Sam Darnold Jet jersey out of the closet.
As you should.
So
there should be no disrespect from you to Sam. He
Sam
didn't
do shit to us.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
Yo, I'm listen.
If anything, you should be pissed at management because it's their fault.
I have no issue
it's
with
always
Sam.
management's fault.
Listen, for what Sam went through as a Jet, his rookie season was decent.
Yeah.
The second year, they gave him nothing.
I was about to say, because then it was also by design as to why he wasn't excelling.
Exactly. The second year, his number one receiver was Robbie Anderson.
That's crazy. Robbie Anderson.
Third year, they gave him no line. Mm-hmm. Offensive line was in shambles. That's why he made that comment.
That's the ghost joint.
Yeah. So you don't put him in a position to succeed. So now what you've done is stunted his career for a couple of years. And he had to go through it. Mm-hmm. He had the year in Carolina. They cut him.
On the bench there.
He then, people often forget, he was also a backup in San Francisco. That's what started this shit. Okay. So he's not getting his props for the start of it, but shout out to Kyle Shanahan because remember, Garoppolo was the starter, Darnold was one of the backups, him and Purdy. Yeah. So originally when Garoppolo got hurt, Darnold got in the game. Darnold balled for 2 games. Mm-hmm. People forget this. Mm-hmm. Darnold got hurt. They tried to bring Garoppolo back in, but Garoppolo played like shit, and that's when they were like, all right, Brock Purdy.
And they gave him a shot, and then...
And he took off with it. Yeah. So now Purdy is like, all right, this is my shit.
Move on from Sam.
Sam goes to Minnesota.
Hoops.
Minnesota just drafted a quarterback. He gets hurt. Sam fucking wins you 14 games.
Balled.
Listen.
That's why they
NFL
GM got
fired. Let Minnesota's GM be a prime example of that shit. If it ain't broke, you don't fucking need to fix it.
My boy said, nah.
14 wins now.
We got a lot invested. And, you just got to trust the process.
We drafted him first round.
We drafted him high for a reason. No. We're going to let you walk. Dog.
Trade his ass.
He won y'all 14. And this is right after Kirk Cousins left out. Yeah. So y'all really didn't have a successor. You get a successor. Justin Jefferson had a great year. Y'all running game was good. Y'all had a flop in the postseason. And that's why y'all was like, oh, no, he's not the guy.
Stupid.
That's crazy. You know why? That was his first postseason game. How you going to do him like that?
Here's the even crazier part, D.
First time he made it to the postseason.
And this is a bigger issue that I have with NFL teams. We have to get away from this fucking stigma that rookies need to start in their first 2 years.
Correct.
They do not. Most of the successful quarterbacks of all time, they sat for a couple of years. You got your Cam Newtons. Yeah. You got your...
they do happen.
C.J. Stroud balled his rookie year. But look at him now. it's okay to have your quarterback sit for a year or two. The rookie thing, yeah, it happens every now and then, but that's rare.
That's far and few between.
Yeah.
Like they think because Patrick Mahomes came in and started wilding that every quarterback was mobile.
Remember,
or whatever.
he didn't start as a rookie.
You're right.
He sat behind
Alex Smith. Yeah.
For a year and a half.
Shit, Aaron Rodgers, everybody loved glorifying him. He sat behind Brett Favre before he got his chance to do his thing.
People forget Pat sat behind Alex Smith for 2 years.
I was about to say 2 or 3 years, right?
Two.
Yeah.
And then
he got hurt. And they let Mahomes play. And then Smith came back. Oh no, excuse me. Then Mahomes was hooping, and they was like, "Well,
no." Smith came back, and then he played bad because he wasn't ready to be back.
Right.
And that's when Andy Reid was like, "Yo, we're going to
take off."
Yeah,
and
we're going with Pat.
And it took off from
rest
there.
is fucking history.
Yeah.
So, and that's when Alex Smith then went to San Fran, and then
correct. And
he had those couple of years.
And then we got everything is a full circle.
Yeah.
It all happens.
So my thing is right. We know the formula works when they sit and get to learn the systems first, and then they come out and they ball. Stop forcing these rookies that aren't generational talents to have to play as early as they need to be. Because I promise you this, and shout out to Rel, he's been on the show. Rel is a Vikings fan.
Mm-hmm.
I told Rel to his face before they even drafted J.J. McCarthy. He's ass.
Like, he's bad.
I watched college football. What happens in college football is everybody's a step slower. So it's going to make it seem like somebody is really fucking good when they're playing bad teams. But there's a reason why these quarterbacks, they get to the playoffs and they lose. Now, granted, McCarthy won a national championship.
Yeah.
But he had 2 crazy good-ass running backs. He had a crazy good-ass defense. And he had a coach who had been there before. It was set up for him. And once again, college is steps slower. Think about it. Tim Tebow won 2 Heisman trophies as a quarterback. And everybody and their mama knew that motherfucker went to the NFL, he was not going to be a quarterback. Tim Tebow was a tight end.
I was going to say, they lined him up at tight end.
Fullback.
He was a fullback full of...
Nigga was Taysom Hill 1.
Hey, listen. No bad mouth of my boy, son.
But
that's a Swiss Army knife right there. Son. Put some respect on it.
My point being is, you can get away. Like, think about it. Tim Tebow started over Cam Newton in college.
Damn. I thought they played for this. Oh, they did, because then he Cam transferred to Auburn. Yeah, that's right.
Remember that.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Cam Newton was on that crazy ass team when they had Percy Harvin, Aaron Hernandez.
But that Gators team was crazy.
Twins.
Because that's probably the last like official time that I played NCAA. Yeah. That's how I remember. That team was crazy good in terms, just in general. Percy Harvin, bro.
That Florida team was
stacked. Yeah. Then how many state titles they won? State titles, national championships they won. 2?
I think so, 2.
That feels about right. Percy Harvin was another one, lined up at receiver, running back. It didn't matter for him. It's one of those two where that's when I learned, yo, this is going to take a little bit of a sidestep, but be grateful for what you got while you got it. Because, dog, Percy Harvin was the man. And then, not to say he fell off, but them concussions ruined him, son. And he just couldn't stay. If he never really got those like that, yo, we're talking Hall of Fame receiver for sure.
That's why, like, I go back to the point we were talking about in the first place. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't. I don't give a fuck. Like you said, it was Sam Darnold's first playoff run. So, of course, he's going to be a little bit timid and shit happens. You don't give up on that. If anything, and I know what he was thinking. Oh, we can't draft a guy this high and have him sit. Yes, the fuck you can.
Why not?
If y'all winning, no one's going to care. If I'm an owner and I watch my GM do that shit and we're winning 14, 15 games a year, why am I going to bitch about it? He can sit there as long as he needs to.
I want to see success. I want to see data that shows that what you're doing makes sense.
And then
you decide.
There's a reason
it could get better. Can it?
There's a reason why he got fired right after that NFC Championship game. He's like, yo, you let this nigga go to the Super Bowl the next year?
Mind you, a week before. No, not even a week. It was like 2 days before. He was like, yeah, and then he gave the whole spiel about sometimes, you make decisions and it keeps you up at night and blah, blah, blah. Because ESPN, you got like, it shows you the snippets and stuff. I watched that snippet and I was like, I know he feels safe, but something like if and again, this is only if, I don't know Minnesota. I don't pay attention to their organization like that. So I'm like, only if Minnesota doesn't have that idea to go, yo, it's really his fault on some Nico Harrison shit. Like, yo, you really the reason why we are a 6 and whatever team, and our top receiver, did he even top 800 yards?
It's crazy.
I don't even think he topped 700 yards.
And the crazy part is
That's insane.
and he played the whole season.
This was the first season in a minute where he's actually played all games. There were games where he had like 20 yards.
And you know what JJ
This is
real,
Justin Jefferson we talk about,
and you know what
bro.
McCarthy's real problem is? He wants to he thinks every pass needs to be a bullet.
Yeah.
Don't have to fucking do that. If my receiver open in the flat and nobody's there,
Woo, little dump off.
why am I
Sling that shit.
Uncle Rico ass nigga?
I was thinking
man.
the same thing.
But yeah, let's go Seattle. I got Seattle in the Super Bowl.
You know what my dilemma is for real on the Super Bowl? My heart won't let me go for Seattle.
You went to Patriots?
Hold on. Give me a second. You didn't let me finish. This is going to be a long-winded way to get to my Super Bowl winner, but you're going to have to bear with me. My heart won't let me root for Seattle. It feels wrong to root for them. But the people who did me wrong are no longer there. I can't be that upset at an organization. They're not in my division. They ain't really do nothing wrong. The person that I'm really pissed off about, he's no longer there. But Marshawn's a good guy. Yeah. Marshawn, if you ever want to come on the show, you feel free,
Absolutely.
brother. Feel free, brother. But what he did to us, I can't
so
forgive.
much determination.
Determination. Look at the determination. We won't get into that.
Okay.
Video's hilarious. But my heart for New York will never let me root for anything Boston. I don't care what it is.
Speaking of which,
So what?
Empire State Building. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Did you see that?
What happened?
When the Patriots win, they lit up the Empire State Building with their colors because they won and then posted it. You think they doing that in Boston?
Yo, you ain't got nothing to, if New York wins something, hell
So
no.
they tried to save it by then doing the Seahawks colors after they won.
But
Fuck
either
outta here.
way, why are you doing that for either of those teams? That I ain't even know that, but I digress.
Yo.
I can't root for the Patriots. So where I really gotta go, like I said, the people who I'm pissed off at in the organization are no longer there. So I'm going to go for Seattle because I can't root for the Patriots. Normally I do. If there's an AFC team versus an NFC team, I'll root for the AFC because I won't root for somebody in my own division on some hating shit. But I cannot root for the Patriots, bro. I cannot. So let's go Seattle.
Hopefully the score is like 100-0. Everybody like, that's boring. Not for me. I'm being that bitch like, yeah!
Offense going to be like a Pro Bowl score? Absolutely.
And
62-0.
just know that I fucked with Offset last album, so as soon as the Patriots lose, I'm going to spam the shit out of y'all with Offset. I fuck with Cardi B too, but sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're not. You're not. But
I will never root for the Patriots. So let's go. I Seattle, I guess.
Speaking of ops,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can see the shirt I'm wearing.
That's a good segue.
You know, I like ice in my drinks. Actually, when I was younger, I used to enjoy the snow.
I thought you was going to say that you enjoyed ice skating.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I can't keep my balance like that.
Oh, no, that shit's fun.
I think hockey might be the hardest sport to play because how the fuck do they go that fast on those skates?
Nah, yo, once you learn how to ice skate, it's not that hard.
You know how to ice skate?
I know how to ice skate. But my ice skating skills are like my swimming skills.
Okay.
It's enough to survive. Like if I get kidnapped and somebody puts some skates on me and told me skate across this ice in order to go to freedom,
Yeah.
I'll be able to do it. But if you want me to like race somebody or like do that slide stop, nah.
Yo, they just be
I don't know how
stopping
to
and
do it.
going like it's nothing.
Yeah, but that's control. I don't know how to do
Yo.
that shit.
And
Like I
then-
said, it's like my swimming.
I don't know
you
about
throw me
you-
in the ocean, I could get to where I need to get to. But if you telling me to like go up against somebody who know how to, I don't do all that. I know how to survive.
And I'm
with it.
flat foot, so I could feel the like blade coming up. That shit is not.
You know what? One of the weirdest like fears I've had, I don't know if it's a phobia or a fear. Let's call it a fear. I've never wanted to fall while ice skating because in my mind, I'm going to fall and somebody's going to slide over my fingers. And I never wanted that. So anytime when I was younger and I fell,
Why'd you do that? I
I
felt
would I'd have my hands would be in my gloves and shit, and I'd ball up my hands in my gloves so when I fall, my fingers wouldn't be out.
I just felt my hand slice off. Why would you do that?
Yo, it was an irrational thought, but in my mind, yo, a 1% chance is still a chance that some shit could happen.
Yeah.
So anytime I fell, like if I started losing my balance, my fingers would be here, and I start crunching them shits up just in case I fall with my hands like this, fall on my elbows. Nope, I'm not letting my fingers be out though. Hell no. And then I crawl to the side, Because I'm not gonna stand up. Nope, I don't need no discrepancies.
I'm happy you brought that up.
With ice skating.
It goes with the shirt. Fuck ice. Listen,
Nah, but for real,
there's no. I don't hide the fact, where my morals are. I'll say this to everybody. Shout out to the people I'm able to have civilized conversation with, even though we disagree on certain things. I've been reached out to by a lot of good Christian brothers the last week because of some of the stuff I've been posting on my own personal page online. And I'll say this. I'm a very understanding person. You don't have to spell things out to me. If it makes sense, I'll understand it, even if I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
What I think happens with Christianity now is that me and Dante both believe in God.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. We
want to do it.
We love Jesus Christ. Would I consider myself like very religious? No. What about yourself?
No, I mean, I don't follow it to the T, but I do have like a moral compass when it comes to certain things. So yeah.
For the things that I know of what the Word of God and Jesus Christ is, He's never going to be okay with the dehumanization of his
children.
His children. Why are people arguing with me about my stance? Simply in saying there could be a different way to go about this. There was a different way we went about this. Even with what we're seeing happening right now, Obama deported at a higher clip. But you didn't see all this mess. Because you know why? He went after the people who actually were harming people. So when I hear Christian folk saying to me, well, everyone has to abide by the laws of the land and things of that nature, I don't get into the whole stolen land conversation, even though I'd be wanting to.
You're supposed to separate church and state, but I listen, I'll leave it alone. So.
That alone.
I'll leave it alone.
That alone. Dante, say it again so they can hear you.
You're supposed to separate church and state. Like I
so that alone.
I remember there were wars fought about separating church and state.
The reason why America is a country is for that separation. It's supposed to be practice of all religions here. This is not a Christian nation. This can be a Muslim nation. This can be a Hebrew nation.
I just believe in just
being a Hindu nation.
Person.
Yo, like
whatever leads you to being a good person. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's the idea of, like you said, the dehumanization of others. Just the I don't care. Oh, it's not happening to me. It's like, damn, where all the empathy at? Like, I'm not telling you to start crying and shit, but like you don't care at all.
It's
like that's insane.
Well, and truthfully, I don't like blaming big things like that on one particular thing, but it's the internet, bro. It's gone.
That shit is crazy.
Empathy does not exist. And for the people who do, we're looked at as being divisive because we're empaths. And that's insane, bro. I'm arguing with people because I'm saying we should all be treated fairly.
Correct.
And their response to me is, well, they're doing something wrong. I don't think people pay attention. I'm not talking about the people out here robbing, stealing, raping.
The ones who are actually doing wrong. Yeah, for sure.
I'm watching 5-year-old boys get separated from their families. For what? What'd he do wrong? He's a citizen.
Yo, there's schools in New York that they're fearful of that shit because they've done it. They've separated parents from children. And then where do these children go? Oh, they're just going to be in the... Yo, I've never been in the foster care sector, but I have had friends, people, colleagues who have been. That shit ain't no cakewalk. Listen. I know TV will make you think like, yo, foster families or you'll get adopted by the Brady Bunch. Nah, there's some real crazy people out there who are registered to be able to foster children who should not be doing that shit.
But they The states let them do it because it's easier for somebody else to take them than for them to have to fund it. And I'll say this: I was explaining this to somebody the other day. This isn't conspiracy; it's just what it is. I'm a logical thinker. I think outside the box, but I don't think into space. like I don't think into like crazy shit. Like every 10 years, America does a census. We do that census every 10 years.
Okay.
If you're a citizen, they ask you to fill it out. People in your household. That's them getting an account on who's here, how many citizens we have, to kind of the original purpose was so we can budget where we need to budget at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people know the census from 2020 and then the census from 2010. The Latino population grew in each of those censuses by 10% each time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a story out, if I remember this correctly, because I remember HBO was actually putting this out there because they had like they were doing a Latino Heritage Month concert a couple of years ago, and it was like every big name Latino star was there. Mark Anthony, J-Lo, Bad Bunny was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they just kept replaying this commercial. They were saying by 2030, over 50% of America will be Latino. I promise you, this is why this is happening. No one's looking at that part of it. They're not going after the hardened criminals. They're going to people who are at the immigration offices getting their papers. They're going after kids in school. They're taking children. Yo, they fucking tear gassed a van to get people out of it. I don't see them in bad neighborhoods rounding these people up. Think about this. The states that leave the nation in undocumented and illegal immigration, they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why they're not there?
Why is that?
Because they're all Republican voting states. Texas has the highest number
I see.
of illegal immigration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why is ICE not in Texas? They're in Minnesota? Who they trying to lock up? Canadians?
Yo. Honestly, I think just think about think about how ICE got formed, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
None of these individuals who signed up, because that's what they have to do, are actual like people who have taken like law. Even if you've taken like a law class in high school, realize that none of these people are officials within the government. There's a reason for that. Because the shit that they get a chance to do, yes, they will be pardoned, they'll be, forgiven, or whatever they're going to do for whatever crimes they commit. Because let's be honest what it is. You're kidnapping all. Because if there's no government backing in the sense of how it's operated, you don't have FBI agents. There's no CIA. There's no police officers. These are random people who sign up because you tell them that they're going to get a bonus.
Oh, they're not randoms. Trump lies, but I don't think he's an idiot.
And you think these are like official officials?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna let you get me there where you at.
Trump is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he's stupid? No. There's a reason why he pardoned all those January 6ers. He know that those motherfuckers are the ones that's gonna go to bat for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Who do you think most of these ICE agents are?
When I say random, I mean like they're not government officials.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with it. But to the point of exactly what you're saying, like, yeah. And these individuals were also like, yo, I heard we're gonna get bonuses.
And then you found out I know what you're about to get at. Go ahead.
Yeah, we gonna get these bonuses. I'm gonna do this work. I'm gonna get this extra bread because America. Come to find out,
They gonna take my student loans away.
yo, it's been about what, 3-4 months? Hey, bro, I ain't never get my paycheck. I ain't never get paid. Wait, hold up. So I heard bonuses and all this. Y'all ain't even get paid? Yeesh. So you was doing all this work for free. Some jokes write themselves, bro. Like, because the thing is, we know how this all got started. It starts with a lie, and the lie grows, and people believe the lie, so they buy into it. And it makes me chuckle when people choose not to see the lie, and then when the lie happens, it's like, oh, that's not fair. Nah, bro, like you're not special. You thought that it was gonna be some shit where it's like, no, but I got your back, bro.
Eat that shit. Eat that shit. Go ahead. This is what you signed up for, nigga. Like, so getting back to where I was getting at. I'll see if I've been like, I'll have waves of MAGA or Trump supporters coming at my neck. I don't deal with them as much anymore because they're lost causes. We know that this man's a PDF. We know that he lies almost every time he opens his fucking mouth. All this shit can be proven. They still choose to believe him. They're in a cult. My issue is when I have good people who will get online or say in general, both sides of it are wrong. This is no longer a political issue. And let me sit up straight.
You know how I feel.
Let me sit up straight and say this shit. Stop saying, LaShawn, please stop being political. This is not a fucking political issue.
It's about being a human being.
It's about being a... Say it again, Dante.
This is about being a fucking human being, son. Like, this is
How the
okay?
fuck is it wrong for me to want somebody to have due process?
Because what you're saying is, we're not saying that they can't, that they're not getting the people who they're not supposed to get, but to due process, every person gets to talk before their peers and be judged amongst them.
What I also hate, you're absolutely right.
I mean, granted, that's why I said separate church and state, because,
let's call it what it is.
In the Bible, it say don't judge, but then y'all judge. But we're not gonna get into that.
That was the foundation of the revolution. But even that was propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Because as soon as that revolution was won, what the fuck did they start doing? Look at all our money. In God we trust. Say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm, that's
to
the
the
one.
Republic for which it
stands one nation under God, indivisible.
under God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once you get to that part, there's no separation.
Yeah.
Now, and Dante and I are saying this as believers. We're not atheists.
No.
Not sacrilegious. Like, we believe. But we have minds to understand that that's not what's supposed to be what this nation is. So you're allowing your personal beliefs to basically become the law for everyone, but then we'll get mad when you see the Taliban forcing their beliefs on everyone. How the fuck is that different?
Oh, no, because what they're doing, and this is what they'll say, what they're doing is wrong. So then I always say, so are you saying that this is right? But hey, what do I know? But you know what it is? Sidestep happens after that. Oh, no, because it's like, I'm not talking about this, and this. I'm talking about this directly. I understand that you might feel that this is happening. But no, you saw what I saw. We're looking at the same thing. And you're going to tell me that I'm seeing something different. I no longer want to have this conversation.
What they're doing is...
I would no longer want to have this conversation.
What they're doing is, and I'll take these off, they're looking at things through a lens. Through a lens. It's bright as hell in here, by the way. But my what I'm getting at is, stop telling me that I'm practicing bad faith because I'm choosing a side. The side I'm choosing is humanity. America falls into the shit we fall into in a lot of other third world countries. Let's call it what it is.
We the hood. America the hood.
America's the most successful third world country ever. Because what we're going through...
It's the ghetto.
What we're going through is shit that civilized countries don't go through. This shit's not happening in Norway. This shit's not happening in Sweden. It's not happening in Germany.
Is that Norway? What's
it's not happening in Amsterdam. Excuse me, I say Amsterdam. Excuse me, the
I was about to
Netherlands.
say Amsterdam. I
Yeah,
think
that was
they
a
be
dumb
doing
dumb
crimes
moment.
over
We're
there.
gonna put like a dumb dumb sign.
Yeah, I was
But
about
my
to say
bad.
I think
It's
crimes
not.
be happening over
It's
there.
not happening. No. That's not crime though.
Well, sorry, crime and what's happening over here are two
Yeah.
different things. I mean,
my point being is
depends what lens you look through.
crime happens everywhere. I'm talking about as far
Correct.
as the political landscape of
Oh
what's
yeah,
taking place.
yeah.
Most civilized countries are not going through we're going through because they use this. And I'm pointing to my brain for all the audio listeners. They use their fucking heads. Because at the end of the day, if you lead with knowledge, you don't have to worry about stupid shit happening. Everyone knows that if you don't know and you're ignorant to certain things, history repeats itself. America can't get out of the hole it wants to get out of because we preach stupidity. Dante, I shared the video on Facebook the other day of these podcasters arguing. It was a guy who leans left and a MAGA Republican. She called him elitist because he's too smart. I shit you not.
I'm telling you, you know what it is? Being real, people learned words and through different definitions on how they use the word. That's why, there's some people I can't have conversations with, not because I feel like I'm, better or anything like that. It's just our dialogue, we're not seeing in sync because the word choices that you're using, it's not what that word means.
But
when I hear it, when I hear it, it's like I'm hearing what the word means, but you're using it different. So because of that, we can't see eye to eye because you're not using it correctly. And then you're gonna feel like, oh, you're telling me that I'm wrong. And it's like, that's not what I'm trying to do.
That's the gist in this whole nutshell, right? She's saying this, but she's using it the way she's using it because there was this thing, there was this movement, and this is how MAGA started. They felt like smart people were making dumb people feel too dumb. And that wasn't right. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but somebody that we're cool with sat here and said, people are going to get tired of being called stupid. I'm sorry. If you do some stupid shit, fuck that. If I do some stupid shit, I want you to,
You want me to call you stupid?
shout out to the bro, John Jackson. I love telling this story. Me and John used to follow each other on Twitter. I'm never calling that shit X. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
When I would want to write should have, I will always put should of.
Like should and then OF?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time I would do that, John would jump in the mentions, no matter if he was part of the conversation or not. And he would correct it and put the
should've with the
with the
apostrophe
asterisk.
VE.
Yeah. And put an asterisk next to it. Like he's fixing it for me. I remember the first 2 times he did it, I got really fucking mad. I was like, this motherfucker's insulting me. But then he did it again, and I'm like, nah, he just wants me to be better. I started to get it. And Dante, guess what? I do not make that mistake anymore.
I mean, hey, I hope you don't, because it's not should've.
But my point being is, we get mad when people call other people stupid. But sometimes you gotta call a stupid motherfucker stupid.
You know why? But the right motherfucker that don't want to be called stupid goes, wait, why are you calling me stupid? Oh, because blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm going to not do that again because I don't want you to call me stupid. Instead of getting mad.
Exactly.
It's like, no, oh, wait, why am I being stupid? Let me listen. Okay, that's why? Okay, I can see what you're saying. Let me rectify that so that I don't do it again. You're helping me. But not everybody, like you said, it's about perception.
And that's...
You were cool with John. Imagine some random dude on Twitter, should've, every time. Would you still feel the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Because...
Okay.
You don't know everything.
That's true. I agree.
You have to live your life as if you're going to learn something new every day. And trust me, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know it all. I wish I did. Life would be easier. I'd be a fucking trillionaire. But I don't know it all.
I like learning new shit personally.
Yo, it makes waking up worth it.
Because it's like, oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yo,
you know how it is, our old ages of what we are, we ain't gonna tell no people we only like 25, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up and you go, oh, damn, I want to, whatever, I'm gonna just take the day what it is. going to bed knowing, yo, I learned something new. I didn't think I was gonna learn nothing. I thought I knew it.
Yo.
Now I learned something brand new today.
It makes
that's
the
pretty
day
cool.
worth it.
And now you can apply it.
So we're in this position as a country because we started letting dumb people feel as if they had an opinion and that their opinion was shit that mattered.
See?
And let's be real, it shouldn't. And so we don't go over time. I'm going to say this. And I know a lot of people are going to try to twist my words and make it seem like I agree with the ideology I'm about to say, especially because, let's call it what it is, I am a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb motherfuckers don't know how to disconnect socialism and communism. They're not the same. They're not the same, you fucking dummies. But I can say this because of what's going on in America and how stupid people are. What's happening in this country right now makes me understand why other countries like China choose communism. Because there's no chance of stupid motherfuckers being able to put somebody like Trump in power. And on that note, no talent beats, play us out.